What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with yet one more video. I brought Sess along today. Sess, say what's up.
Hi.
Now listen, you guys all saw the previous videos, the reaction videos to Alpha Male Strategy. So I'm back here with another one again. So we are going to hop right into it. Now Cecily doesn't know who he is. It's similar to like the last two that we had on here. She doesn't know who he is, doesn't know his style, so I thought it'd be good to have another reaction video. Now, this reaction video is coming from a recommendation from a new subscriber. You guys probably all watched this one before, How to Pass a Woman's Shit Test. So I'm gonna play this one, same thing as before, and we're gonna come back at random times to come back and talk about it, all right? So without further ado, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get in there.
Let's make magic happen, people. So today is such an important video that I actually got notes because I rate it as that important that I didn't want to forget anything. And understand, guys, that if you do what's on this video and you have the patience, any girl number who you get, you can pretty much fuck. I guarantee you, at least 80 to 90%, I guarantee you, if you do what I'm about to tell you on this video. Disclaimer. I know there are some guys who are watching this video who are gonna think like, man, I'm not gonna be dealing with all that shit. Understand that when I make these videos, I'm not talking about guys who get hundreds of girls or dozens of girls. When I make these videos, I'm making these videos a lot of the time for guys who I know don't have a lot of options. Right. And so I think a lot of guys out there who get a lot of options say, man, I'm not going to be doing all that to get no woman and all that. That's good for you. But I'm making this for guys who don't get a lot of options. And to be quite honest with you, the guys who do get a lot of options, this will help you too pass the girls you really want. You know, maybe you fucking a lot of 7s and 8s, but you won't fuck a lot of 9s and 10s, but you get their number, but you can't fuck them. So this will even help you, apply to you, because I guarantee you, none of y'all motherfuckers fucking more than me. So you don't know more than me, so don't even, I'm just telling you. So the reason, if you watch a lot of these videos, and a lot of you guys think videos are good, the reason the videos are so good, you guys have no idea how many dates I've been on like the last 10 to 15 years, especially like the last 10. The last 10 years, I done been on so many dates. It's been weeks I done went on 15 dates in a week because I would use Saturday and Sunday for like 3-4 days each and 3 on Friday, shit like that. So when you date that much, you just start to notice patterns and shit. And so I compiled this shit test list and shit, and I started seeing. And so I can pretty much pass any girl's test now. Now, guys, first thing you need to know is most women, these tests are subconsciously. That means they're not even aware they're doing them. That means that they just do it naturally. They're hardwired to test men. Now, guys, understand this. Guys who don't get a lot of options, guys who don't have a lot of sex, guys who are not high value males, they are going to be very compliant and they're going to just go along because they don't want to upset the girl. That's the epitome of a shit test. Guys who don't get laid, they tend to let the girl push them around because they don't want to rock the boat. So the first thing you need to know is you got to be in an abundance mindset. You cannot pass a girl's test if you are in a scarcity mindset because you're going to be scared to offend her. You're going to be scared of losing her. Right off the bat, it can't be done. So right off the bat, you got to be in an abundance mindset. And if you're trying to date a girl that you consciously believe in your heart is out of your league and you, oh man, I can't believe I got a number, there's a good chance you first off, you need to do the groundwork. You need to do the self-improvement to get yourself. So this won't get you, this right here won't get you with a girl you believe is consciously better than you. This only works if you're with a girl that you consciously believe is you're on her level. So you got to do the groundwork, the self-improvement work. And that's going to give you the confidence to stand up to her. All right? They can't go one without the other. You got to have the confidence. You got to have the abundance mindset. But you're not going to have the abundance mindset if you haven't done the self-improvement, which gives you swag, which make you say, man, you know what? I got plenty of options with women. Look at me. I'm doing good for myself. Look at my car. Look at my body. Shit, I'm doing good for myself. I ain't got to kiss your ass. So you're going to naturally be in an arrogant state.
All right, so just real quick, so I didn't mention this to you, but he's in New York. He's in Manhattan. That's where he lives at. So when he talks about dating 3 to 4 women on a weekend, it's just so many there that it's just the options are absolutely limitless. I mean, they just never run out. When you're in like a smaller town, you probably don't have access to all of that. But with that being said, is there anything that he's saying thus far that you disagree with?
Not necessarily. I do feel like it works both ways. In a sense that you attract what you put out. So if you are a weak-minded individual, you're very insecure, then you're going to attract a weak-minded and very insecure individual. So for right now, I'm feeling it a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't have any disagreements.
I think he's speaking nothing but facts. I mean, and I love the part where he was saying, you know, if you're a dude who gets a lot of chicks, like, you know, but you stay in the 7 to 8 range, this advice will get you to a 9 or 10. Absolutely understand what he's talking about. I mean, there's nothing like a little bit of abundance mindset and confidence to put you over, you know, past that edge. So let's keep going.
Which is going to help you pass a test right off the bat. All right. So understand that all women are looking for high value men when they do these tests, and guys who are high value, they instantly are just confident and they ain't gonna take her shit. All right. So guys, understand that the tests start right away. Do you get that? They start right away. When I say right away, I mean from the time you're trying to set the fucking date. That's right, guys. From the time you're trying to set the date, they start right away. If you ask a girl, hey, can you hang out Saturday night? And she hits you with, we'll see, or I'll let you know. Guys, that is a test. Understand what I'm saying? That is a subconscious test. Now, guys who have a lot of friends, a lot of girls chasing them, a lot of shit going on in their life, you ain't going to wait for a girl to get back with you, period. You're going to simply withdraw and wait a couple of weeks to set another date.
100% true. That is 100% true. And I've gotten that too. I've gotten, oh, we'll see. And I said to myself, we're not now. We're not now disrespecting me like that.
Well, I feel like if I say we'll see, then I'm genuinely not interested in you.
Right.
Because I would give you, like, I'd be more specific.
So why don't you just say no?
I think we're just keeping our options open.
This is why you gotta initiate the hashtag sleazeball game. Meanwhile, you keeping your options open, but we over there like, oh, I think, you know, I just got this baddie's number. You know what I mean? Like, she's gonna call me. She's gonna pick up when I call. And
but
you over
there are some of those girls that will say we'll see as a test. But for me, if I really like you, then it won't be a we'll see. I'll be a little bit more direct, and I expect for you to give me that same directness back.
So in other words, you've done a we'll see, and you've actually gone on a date with that person later on?
No. Because I wasn't interested in him. If I'm interested in him, I would have been I would have been direct up front. Like, yeah, sure.
Friday at 8 o'clock.
But then it may be one of those things where you want the guy to actually plan out the night.
Yeah, but still though, you wouldn't give him a we'll see.
True, yeah.
True.
So then I'm just not interested. She's just not that interested.
So he's speaking nothing but unadulterated facts right now.
For right now.
All right.
Right off the bat. So, guys, if you're thirsty and you're desperate for sex, you have to act as if. If not, you cannot pass these fucking tests. A thirsty guy will just go along with that. You ain't going along with shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, guys, understand that when I say you're going to wait 2 or 3 weeks to set up a date with her, when she says we'll see or I'll let you know, please understand that you're not sitting around like you in fucking jail, striking days off a calendar, counting down the days till you can ask her out again. You're living your life, you're pursuing your purpose, and you're trying to date other women. You're not sitting around looking at a calendar like, oh, I got 4 more days before I can call her back and ask her out. Fuck that shit. You out still trying to date other women. Understand that. You're still out trying to date other women. You're not waiting on her. Understand? Now, when she said, we'll see or I'll let you know, that's because you're not at the top of the priority list right now. You understand what I'm saying? And that's fine, guys. That is perfectly fine. Understand that you just met her. She's not going to drop her life so she can go on a date with you. She probably got a main dude, or she might even got a boyfriend that, for whatever reason, she still wants to date other guys or whatever. If you play your cards right, you can take his spot. So if she is dating a guy, say she's don't got a boyfriend, but she got a main dude, but they not official yet. Maybe he's not doing everything right. Maybe he's done turned into a feminine bitch. Remember what I said about he's probably starting to develop feminine traits. She's probably starting to move more in her masculine, and she's looking for a real man. But she's not going to just dump him yet. She want to find a suitable replacement. So just understand that when you meet these girls and you're like, damn, why they being so difficult to set a date? Understand that she probably already got a dude, or she probably got a dude she dating, and she wants to get rid of him. So sometimes it might take you a month after you got the number to actually get out with her, and that's fine. You live your life, you do your purpose. Now understand that when you do get her out, say you waited 3 weeks and you got her out, and she's like, okay, let's go out Saturday. Now her interest, say she had a 50 or 60% interest in you, that done went up a little bit because you ain't act thirsty. So that's gonna go up. Her interest in you done went up. Maybe it's 70 now, because the fact that you took 3 weeks let her know that you're obviously getting pussy from somewhere, or you have a life. So that's gonna go up. All right. Now, from that point, say you got on a date, and now so on the day of the date, another test. She might try to change the time of the date. Guys, this is a test. Understand, you're a high value man. You ain't waiting around for no.
Why are you laughing? I feel like you're laughing because there's a little bit of truth to that. Have you ever like been on a trying to link up with somebody and you just felt like, I'm gonna change the date time. I'm gonna take my sweet time, and he better, if it's at 8 and I say 9, he better respect my 9 o'clock. Oh! Yo! It's crazy how much truth this man speaks. For real? Yo, they cold.
It's a real cold world out there.
They cold. They cold. All right, I'm gonna keep going unless you have something else to say about it.
Hey, sometimes shit happens. That's all.
Shit happens from something. Now, pay attention to his advice, though.
Understand that? So she might try to change the time of the date. No, we ain't gonna change the time. You either gonna make that time, or we're gonna have to do it some other time. Understand that. Guys, if you set the date for 7 o'clock, and now she's calling like, hey, can we do it for 8? And a lot of you guys, you done seen this from women. High value males don't do that. High value males like, oh shit, well, if you running behind, you can't make, let's just try some other time. Mm-hmm. Now, if that scares the shit out of you, if you sitting there right now like, man, what if that piss her off? Well, you already lost. You're in a scarcity mindset. This is one fucking girl. There's fucking 3-4 billion women on the world. This is one girl. Who gives a fuck if it piss her off? You had a date for 7. You're a high value male. Bitch, you show up at 7 or go fuck yourself. Now, if you can't make 7, I'm not finna twiddle my thumbs in the house for an extra hour while you drag your ass to this date. Now, you gonna either show your ass up or we do it some other time. Period, guys. You're a high value male. You don't wait for nobody. So maybe it do piss off, or maybe it fucking get up.
So I disagree with this, because I know, like, I'm a very punctual person, so I try to be respectful of people's time. But sometimes if we delay it by an hour, that doesn't mean that we're not interested. That just means, hey, we're still getting ready. And
but so if it was a work engagement, right? If you had a meeting at 9 a.m. in the morning, you'd be there at that 9 a.m. meeting. What he's just saying is it's a shit test.
You're not.
Yeah, no, but it's a shit test in the sense that like you have to respect me, and that also means that you have to respect my time. And if it was your career, you'd be on time for that meeting. So for this date,
it pays my bills.
But for this date, you're gonna have to be on time for this date. So what do you not agree with?
I just feel like
things happen.
No, things do happen. And so for me, being a woman, I know sometimes, hey, I'm running a little bit behind because I'm actually trying to make myself look a little bit more presentable. It's not that I don't respect you, it's just that I'm running a little bit behind. But do you understand that if I'm making the effort to come and go out on a date with you, that means obviously I have some form of interest. I'm not canceling, it's just I need more time. Yeah, but the question is not interest. Mm-hmm. Like, you're going out on a date, so there's obviously interest there. What it is I have an abundance mindset. I'm a high valued male, and for that hour, you're wasting my time. So if you can't make the time that is set the same way you make the time that you go to work at, then we have to reschedule the date. Now, it doesn't mean that we're not gonna link up, but what it does mean is that for that night, you missed your chance. I don't agree.
Keep going?
Yeah, you can keep going. I just don't agree.
The pussy so hot that a man is finally fucking standing up to her and ain't just going along. Now, guys, if you agree to move that time, it's a good chance she's probably gonna still show up 30, 45 minutes later. I guarantee, because she don't got no respect for you. She see you very compliant, you very easygoing, you just do whatever. So she right off the back, now she just finna jerk you around. She see you desperate. See, desperate guys do shit like that. You understand? Desperate guys do shit like that. And the reason I can tell you all these guys, because I done made all these mistakes and had to learn from them. And so I done seen a lot of women try to change the time of the date on the date. So that's how I can sit here and tell you this. Don't do that. You stick by that. If she can't make that time, say, well, let's just try some other time. Let's try some other time, because I had a birthday party or something going on with my friends afterwards. So that's gonna push it back. So just make that up. Say I got a party with friends or meet with friends afterwards at a lounge or something. You ain't that compliant. Now she might say, she might back off and say, I can make 7. Or she might say, okay. Wait 2 or 3 weeks. Try again. I probably, at this point, since you waited 3 weeks that time, I probably wait 2 weeks. And see, the problem is with a lot of you guys and why y'all get...
So is 2 or 3 weeks, is that too long?
Yes. At that point, I'm not interested.
So I don't agree with the 2 or 3 weeks. I think like, 2-3 days. Well, actually, maybe the next weekend. I think 2-3 weeks is too long. Yeah. Like, you then start to lose like that connection.
Yeah. I do feel like there are a lot of factors that go into this scenario. I will say, if we've agreed upon a date and that date needs to move, I can understand where that would be frustrating. So I do change my position on that. I think timing, as long as it's not, like, let's say you've set a date for 8 o'clock and I'm texting you or calling you at 7:50 and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need an extra hour. That's disrespectful. But if I text or call you or communicate with you hours before, like, hey, can we move this to 9? Then I feel like it's not as because I've given you more time.
Yeah. Well, so I 100% agree with you. So it depends, like, what that communication looks like, right? Yeah. So if you call and you're like, listen, this, that, and the third is happening, and I'm trying to make this time, but I'm struggling to make that time. Can we move it? You're saying that's different than you just text me 2 hours before and you want to switch the date.
Well, yeah.
Or the time of the date.
I feel like to me, if I know I'm meeting up with someone an hour before and then I change those plans, that's disrespectful. I would feel disrespected.
But that happens though.
It happens and things happen, but I'm saying, like, the time that you so let's say you're going on a date 8 o'clock and I text you literally like 30 minutes before when I'm really supposed to be en route to that place.
Yeah.
And assuming that you're en route to that place too, and I text you and I'm like, hey, we're gonna have to move it or move to a different date, then that's disrespectful. But I feel like there's definitely a window of time within the same day to say, hey, we need to reschedule for X, Y, and Z reason.
I see. Yeah, but you know.
And I don't think that I think it's a little bit more respectful to do it in that manner where you've given them a window of time. When you pass that window or that threshold of when, you know, you're really supposed to be like en route to a destination, I feel like then that's disrespectful. So
that's true. Well, another thing that happens too is that then they'll show up late. So, and that's happened to me too. And I mean, yeah.
But I will let you know.
It's a disrespectful of time. Like, so I'm just gonna be sitting there for 20 minutes while you just stroll all in, like the world is yours and not also mine.
Looks good, right?
But that doesn't matter. I'm not. See, that's the thing. It's like it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a 10 or a 6. Like, you still should be on time, right? You still should be respectful of time. You know what I mean? Time is money at the end of the day. So, yeah. But that's happened to me, and then like when it concluded, Dutch.
Really?
Yes. Let's go.
Get jerked around, and while I'm seeing all these MGTOW videos on YouTube, because the stuff I'm saying right now, wait 3 weeks, wait 2 weeks, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You just want to like, man, what's the... Guys, just because you ain't fucking around and doing that with nobody else don't mean that the girl is. The girl's probably dating 2, 3, 4 other dudes. So she not just gonna drop everything to get with you. And I can tell you this for a fact, because I'm a dude that date a lot of girls. So I have girls that be like, there's a girl I was talking to in Connecticut, and she come down to see me on Saturday, and she want me to just spend the whole weekend with her. I can't spend the whole weekend with you. How I'm gonna see my other bitches? You understand what I'm saying? And she always gets upset because I tell her she gonna have to leave Sunday morning because she wants to spend the whole fucking weekend when I'm dating other people. I can't spend the whole fucking weekend with you. And it's the same thing you gotta know when you dealing with these other chicks, is that they got other shit going on, so they're not gonna just drop their life for you. You gotta weed your way through it. But in the meantime, you stay dating. All right? So don't let her try to change the time of the date or the date. She either show up at that time or you reschedule and y'all try again. All right? So let's say she didn't try to change the time. I guarantee you 75% of the women you're gonna date with are gonna show up late, even if it's only 10 minutes. If that happens, you have to say something. You don't got to be a dick about it, but you have to let her know that she can't walk all over you. You have to say something to the effect of, hey, you know, I don't like waiting on people. And if it's like 15 or 20 minutes, you know, you can even say something like, oh, the first round's on you, like drinks or something. First round's on you. Now, guys, if you're afraid of any of these things I'm telling you right on back, let me put another disclaimer up. Be understanding that the girl might walk. I'm not telling you that if you do any of this shit that the girl won't walk. The girl might very well walk. She might well say fuck you, but understand you're a high value male with an abundance mindset and you ain't kissing nobody ass, and so fuck that bitch. And what's gonna give you this mindset is the self-improvement. Guys, understand that when you're doing the self-improvement, when you're doing the shit you want, you don't feel like this the last fucking girl on earth. So if she show up late for a date, you gonna say something about it.
All right, so have you shown up late for a date and did they say anything about it?
I have, and no.
Ever? Are you mostly late for dates?
No. It's really within that like 10, almost 15 minute window. I feel like you say something after like 15 minutes. Like that is rude. But I always communicate, hey, I'm running a little bit late. I'll be here. This is my ETA. So I think that's how I get out of that.
And they never said anything to you? Like, even before looking at this video, I would always make it up. Just because I value my time so much.
I would sense something, but they would never say it.
I value my time so much that, like, I feel disrespected if you just stroll in here and not apologize for it or have an explanation
But I'm not saying, but again, I communicate, hey, I'm running late, this is my ETA, so that's me explaining. And I do feel bad because I do understand people's time is important and I never want to waste people's time. So that's why I always, if I know I'm running late, hey, I'm gonna let you know I'm running a little late. And I will apologize because I do get it. I don't want to start off on the wrong foot, because if the shoe were on the other foot, then I'd be like,
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
So listen, we are 13 minutes in, and this is it's a long video. I didn't realize how long this video was when we started, so I'm probably not gonna go the entire way through. Is there anything that you were disagreeing with besides what you already disagreed with? So you don't think that a dude should say something if you're late?
I think
you think it's over 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends on you guys' communication level. If a woman has already communicated that she's running a little bit behind, take that, note it. But if it happens again and it's a common occurrence, then you say something. That's my point on it.
All right, cool. Let's keep it moving.
You're not gonna let it go. If you let it go, she gonna lose respect for you. Understand what I'm saying? She is gonna fucking lose respect for you. Her interest gonna drop. This is how you go from having a girl's number to her flaking on dates and don't want to see you no more. You have no fucking backbone. She can walk all over you. So why should she want to fuck with you? You obviously don't get a lot of women. Guys who got a lot of women, they don't let people just show up late show up late and no consequences. You gonna fucking say something. You gonna be a fucking man. You gonna say something. All right. Now, at some point during the date, so let's say we got all the time she showed up let's say she showed up late on the date or whatever. At some point, she's going to try to see how compliant you are. She's going to try to see if you try to agree and do whatever she say. You could say the sky is blue, and then she say, I think the sky is red. And you're like, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, it is red. Guys, you don't do that. Now, a lot of guys get this confused, and they want to just start disagreeing with everything the girl says. That's not what it's about. It's not about trying to be argumentative and just disagree with everything she says. Not. But if you feel a certain way about something, or you thought that movie sucked or that song sucked, and then she turn around and say, oh, I really like that song, or I really like that movie, well, that's good for you. I hated it. Because that's your opinion. You don't start saying, well, it was okay. See, now you're getting complaining. So now you're trying to go along with what she say. Real men don't start agreeing with a woman just because that's what she likes. You stick by what you like. Understand? And sometimes you'll go through other little compliant shit at, during the day. She might try to get you to hold her purse. All this little shit. That's a bad one you're gonna run into. She might try to get you to hold her purse.
How many purses have you? What? That many? That many? Listen, he speaks nothing but the truth, nothing but the facts. But like, the more that I hear him, this is just good advice for like both sides of the coin. Cause like, I've been in dating relationships, and the woman has been so agreeable with me. Like everything that I like, she all of a sudden started to like. It's like, get your own. Like, who are you? You know what I mean? Because you are not me.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
And we have to bond based off of that. But like,
I like a little pushback. We don't have to agree all the time. I think that's what makes things really interesting. So I wouldn't want someone who is a yes man as my man. So I can appreciate.
He's over there watching a Notebook with you after he done carried your bag in. Wait a minute, do you like that? Like, do you like to like it?
Do I like to walk over men?
No. Well, let's not say that. Let's say, do you like to have your dude carry your bag?
If it's heavy, yes.
Like your purse?
No, I can carry my own purse.
No, but like, if you ask him, hey, can you carry this for me? Are you gonna like not like it if he says no?
If it's heavy and he knows that I'm struggling and he says no, then I wouldn't like it.
But you would respect it because he holds his position.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah, but whether or not you like it or respect it, you're not losing attraction.
Oh, no, I wouldn't lose attraction. I may trip a little bit because I'm like, why can't you do this for me? You know me.
I already told her you don't like that. She might try to get you to do it anyway to see if you just a little bitch just to go along with it. Guys, you never go along with nothing you don't want to do. If you don't like something, you don't try it. Most women would try to see if they can get you to do it. Real men don't cave and be their little bitch. I had a girl one time tell me she like men who open car doors. I ain't open no fucking car door. Told her open her own car door. And I fucked the shit out of that same night, first night.
Yo, I've seen this so many times, this car door. So
I'm from the South, so
yeah, no.
I I was raised. My mom was an etiquette teacher. She was always like, men always open up. Yeah, my mom does etiquette. She always told me, Cecily, you should never touch a door. If you're with a man, he should It is very old school, but I'm from the South. You're from what, New York?
I'm from New York, but right now I live in the Midwest, and they have like Southern mentality.
Weird. It's kind of like.
It's so weird. It's like a Canadian mixed with a with a Southerner up here. It's so like what I learned up here, or like what was told about me, is that you have to walk on a certain portion of the street.
You can never.
That was new for me. And being in New York, I had never heard of that ever. Like ever. So you have to walk. The guy has to walk on the side with the cars are coming. Yep. And like I was like, wait, what?
Yep.
And I was a grown up at the time that I'm hearing this.
But I wouldn't look at you any differently, because to me that was so minuscule. But I do feel like if I'm out with a guy, I do feel like he should open up the door for me. Now, do your arms not work? They do work.
I would open up the door for you.
It's a common courtesy.
If you had no arms.
I can't with you right now. No, I definitely believe in.
What you mean it's a common courtesy? That's not
a common courtesy.
No, it's
in the South. It is a courtesy. So I was raised up on it. Now, would I?
But it doesn't make sense.
But would I completely, just decide not to date you because you don't open up doors? No, that's not a deciding factor for me.
So you expect him to open up doors for you for the rest of his life?
Yes.
Let's continue. I can't with you.
You see what I'm saying? So you have women that do shit like that just to see, because they know guys who get laid, they don't cave. You understand what I'm saying? And another test women do on a date is they'll try to get you emotional, try to move you off your center to see non-confident guys.
Disparaging about. Wait a minute, is that true? Is that true? Yo, he's calling all y'all cards out one by one. Is that true? You be trying to get dudes off-centered?
I wouldn't say I'm trying to get them off-centered, but I think
You try to pull a card or two.
No. I just want to get to know who you are. And I don't want it to be just surface on the first date.
You know what it is? It's crazy. I do this too. Like, I'll offer challenging questions just to see how they think. It's me not trying to get you off center, but I tell you what, like when someone talks about something, the most dangerous question you can ask someone is why, or like why do you think like that? Because then you start to see like because it forces them to give an opinion on why they attach themselves to an idea or a belief, right? So like your car open door thing, it's no other reason besides that's the way that you were brought up. Because it logically doesn't make sense. You got 2 arms, 2 legs, and shoulders to pull.
It's a common courtesy.
Yeah, but it's a cultural belief. Like, it's not like a...
You don't have to do it, but I would definitely appreciate you being a gentleman and opening the door for me. There's a book about it. I'll give it to you.
I'm not gonna read it. In fact, I'll throw it out my window.
That's so mean.
On the street over there. All right, but in turn, so you challenge dudes. You ask them challenging questions.
Yeah, I want to get to know what makes you tick.
So have you ever asked a question and a dude like got emotional about it?
Yeah.
Or you could say it kind of got to him.
Yeah.
And was there a second date?
Yeah. Yes, I like that kind of stuff. I do. I feel like when you're dating someone, you should try to get to know someone for who they are, and not, I mean, for me, it's more about digging beneath the surface. And I guess it's the type of guys I date, which are a little bit more reserved. So for me, I enjoy pulling information out of them. Like that attracts me even more. So then when you show some sort of emotion, then I'm like, oh, you are human.
Shirt or their shoes, they start getting defensive. Guys, you can't get defensive. If she asks you, what kind of shoe, where you get them shoes from, or where you get that shirt from, you cannot get fucking defensive. What she's trying to do is she's trying to troll you. So you troll her back. If she say something like, where you get that type of shirt from? Where you get that shirt from? You say, oh, I wore this shirt just specially for you. You don't like it? If she say, I don't like it, say, oh, well, I'm gonna make sure I wear it on our second date then. Yeah, or or I'm gonna go buy a whole bunch of them, something like that. You throw her back. She's trying to move you off center to see if she can. I had a girl one time tell me on a date, because I asked her to get the second round of drinks. I said, how about you get the second round of drinks? She said, I want a gentleman. And I went off in this tantrum. I got emotional, like, I'm a gentleman. I paid for the first round. I look up that girl looking at me like, sure enough, that was our last date. Guys, you can't let them move you off your center. They gonna try to rattle you, say little shit like that to kind of needle you a little bit. You gotta ignore that shit. You can't let that get to you. Now, another one that's and it's a real confidence test, because confident guys are confident all the time and they don't bitch up on the shit like this. At some point during the date, she might pull back a little bit. And when I say pull back, I mean she might get quiet, or she's not as interested. See, non-confident guys, they start getting real talkative. Some will start turning into a little dancing monkey trying to make her laugh and shit like that. Sometimes you feed silence with silence. You know, so sometimes it might be a little awkward silence for 5 minutes. That's fine. Because if every time she get quiet, you feel like you need to say something, she knows that you're not that confident.
You agree?
I do. So, I'm a natural born salesperson, and the first thing of sales is it's okay for there to be silence. Before you even present a deal, you back away, you're quiet. That doesn't mean that you're not going to make the sale. That just means I need time to think and process. So if I'm silent, that just means that I'm just assessing the situation. I'm taking everything all in. Everything's fine. But if you do the most, then I'm not.
Then you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
So you've done that. So the thing is what he brings up is the dudes who just feel like, oh, I gotta keep on impressing her. That's like showing insecurity.
It is.
Yeah, it's like saying,
okay
oh, why? What am I doing that's not making her feel like, you know, she can still like be active with me in conversation. You know what I mean? So what you're saying is that that's true. You'll sit back and just assess the situation.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that my feelings have changed, that I'm not interested anymore. It could mean that, but in most cases, I'm taking it all in. Let me take it in.
That's real.
Because you think something is wrong because she's quiet. Confident guys don't think like that. So just because it's an awkward silence for 5 minutes don't mean nothing. You feed silence with silence. She'll come back around. So she starts feeling like now she won't start chasing your validation. If she get quiet, essentially you're chasing her validation. You're like, I don't know if you like me, so let me keep talking to make sure you stay liking me. You get quiet like, well, I'm not impressed. You entertain me. That's how confident, arrogant men act. They don't need to constantly feed a girl to keep her liking them. All right? All right, so like I said, I had to keep notes on this because I didn't want to forget that, because this is, if you're a guy that got a phone number from a girl, and you follow the steps on this and you're patient. Understand when I say patient, guy. When I say patient, that means it might take you 3-4 months to fuck sometimes. That don't mean you sitting around in the fucking bedroom checking off days on a fucking calendar. That means that you're still dating, you're still prospecting, you're still pursuing your purpose, but you're pursuing her slowly. You call once a month just to see or whatever. It might take some time sometimes. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. All right? Now, the one thing you don't want to do is, let's say you did all these, all right? Now, what I advocate is I don't go for a kiss on the first date, because at that point, I'm shit testing her. You understand what I'm saying? So at that point, I'm shit testing her. I want her confused. Guys, understand that if you go for a kiss on the first date, you're giving the girl all the fucking power. Do you understand that? You putting all the power in her hand, because now she got the point of where she want to kiss you, yes or no. Now, understand this. Whether she like you a lot or not, some women just don't kiss on the first date, no matter how high their interest is. And I'm just telling you, that's just the way it is. It's 50-50. And ain't nothing wrong with that. So I don't even go for a kiss on the first date. Only way I go for a kiss on the first date, if a date is going so good and I ask a girl back to my apartment, and then maybe then. But other than that, if the date didn't go great and she's not all over me and I ain't asked her back to my place, I'm not going for a fucking kiss. I'm a hugger. And guys, I know other dating coaches tell you always go for the kiss. I'm telling you, don't none of them fuck no bitches than me. I promise you none of them do.
Thoughts? Kiss on the first date?
I've always gotten my kiss on my first date.
Oh, wait, so but you say that as if like it's a goal.
It's not a goal.
So you're saying when you wanted a kiss on the first date, then you got it.
Yeah.
But the way that you've talked about this, it sounds like to me. So let me ask you a question. If you didn't get that kiss on the first date, would it have been a second date with those same people?
If I was really feeling him, yes, I would give him a second date.
But let's say
not saying that I wouldn't question, okay, so why didn't I? It's not necessarily a goal per se. But if I didn't get it, I'd be like, what did I, why didn't I get that?
Yeah, but if he asked you out on a second date, you would still go.
Yeah, I would.
So it's not like it's a make or break.
It's not a make or break. No. But I would definitely have lingering questions. But then, depending upon the situation, and it may make me pursue him a little bit more, because then there may be a little sense of mystery as to why. Like, I'm left questioning why. So that could technically be a player move on him. Like, so
in fact, you can get more attracted to him because he did not kiss you on the first date.
Yeah.
Because you like, wait.
But I'm weird like that.
No, that's actually more noble than what you think.
Okay.
Yeah. That's way more noble than what you think.
That low key would make me feel really insecure.
Well,
it's weird.
It's one of the things that he talks about. He talks about, like, a woman's constant need for validation. Yeah, the constant need for validation. And at the point that you validate them,
yeah, I already won.
You already won. And then we become your punching bags because you feel like you can do whatever you want because we validated you so much. A kiss validates you early.
It does. It does. Not to
I don't know where.
I wouldn't question
why. Well, I don't know where your mouth's been. Okay.
Those guys, they date 3-4 regular girls, the same girls, and they think they players. Don't none of them guys fuck more than me. They fuck a lot of girls, but it be the same girls, the same 3-4 chicks. I don't lost track of how many women I done fucked it, And I'm telling you, I never go for the kiss on the first date. So if you thinking like a woman gonna think you're pussy because you don't go for the kiss on the first date, I am telling you that's bullshit. It actually makes her want to do you like her a little bit, and it tends to make her want to pursue you. And a lot of times the women text me when they get home, hey, I had a great time. By me not going for a kiss, they text me when they get home because they just trying to feel where I'm at. So they want to see where I'm at. And I don't feed them much. I'll say something like, okay, get some rest. I don't want to give them much like, oh, I had a good time too.
Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
It would piss you off?
Don't be like, get some rest. Like, no. Tell me good night. Tell me that you had a good time. The fuck?
Later. You know what I'm saying? That's how you handle that. So that's what I'm saying. Don't go for the kiss on the first date. Now, some women you'll have a great date with, and they'll purposely pull back after the date. Like maybe she was texting you, good morning and stuff before the date or whatever periodically. Now maybe she don't do that. Non-confident guys start blowing up the phone thinking there's something wrong. Understand that? Non-confident guys start blowing up the phone thinking there's something wrong, or they walk away thinking like, oh, she didn't like me. So you helped her for you. So you helped her because you're not confident. Confident guys don't think that. Confident guys think like, oh, maybe she's busy. Non-confident guys think like, oh, she didn't like me. She used to text me, now she's not texting me. Girl pull back on purpose. You can weed out a lot of non-confident men by just pulling back like that. Now,
text back game.
That means I want you to text me.
Wait. So you want the dude to initiate the text?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's continue.
Now, guys, I just gave you all the tests that I've seen women do from all the dates that I've been on. They start right away with the try to change the date Well, actually, it starts before you even make the date. When you try to make the date and they go to that we'll see crap, ain't no we'll see. Either you willing to make the date or we'll schedule some other time. And then if you do get the date, they'll trying to change the time on the date. No, you ain't agreeing to no change or nothing. You're not waiting for her to give you a date that she can do none of that shit. If you can't give me a specific time and date right now, we'll just try some other time. If you can't show up on the time that we agreed to on the date, we'll just try some other time. If she show up late for the date, you gonna check her. If she tried to go and, needle you a little bit, try to move you off center, try to rattle you up a little bit by saying something about your shirt or shoes or some shit like that, or try to get you to change to comply with what she like, fuck that. Whatever you like. And you ain't gonna get mad or emotional about it. You're gonna troll her right back with it. And you're not gonna let her remove you when after the date she might pull back a little bit. She gonna try to pull back a little bit during the date. It might be a little awkward silence from time to time. You're gonna feed silence with silence. After the date, she might try to pull back. She might was texting you. She might pull back a little bit. Does not mean she did not like you. Women play the game too. Point blank, period. A lot of you guys need to know that. Now, if you just watch this fucking video, I gave you the dating game pretty much in a nutshell. If you got a girl number and you do what I told you and you're patient and you're not trying to...
Now, just real quick. So what he's been describing, I think to you, are things that you subconsciously do that no one has yet no one has put a framework around any of these things. And a lot of the things you were saying, I don't agree with, but you couldn't really detail why you didn't agree with them. So how do you feel that there's knowledge like this going around about the dating game, but from a man's perspective?
The only thing, it's not that I didn't agree with this whole video. The only thing that I had an issue with was when she moves the time. To me, that there's a certain window that you give that person that's still respectful of their time.
But there's a lot of things that he was mentioning, and I look over and I see you like...
Because you know what? Some of this I do subconsciously. It's not because I'm trying to run game, or it's not because there's something of malice behind it. So it's weird to kind of be called out on it, I will say. Because, yeah, I do this stuff kind of subconsciously, but it's never that I don't respect the person that I'm giving my time to, because at the end of the day, he's giving his time to me and vice versa. So it's never that I'm disrespecting him.
So I get it, but there's a lot of dudes who, especially that watch this guy. Like, it's funny, like, I watch him because he's funny, he's entertaining, but a lot of things I already subconsciously do or have implemented before, but there's a lot of dudes that follow him that had no idea or clue into anything that has to do with the dating game, right? So and for dudes like that, this legitimately helps them, because then they start to get it.
Payback for think like a man. I don't know.
Perhaps, but all right, I'm not gonna play the rest of the video. I feel like he's gonna repeat a lot of things up. So any final thoughts? Anything you want to add, Cess?
Damn.
That's it. You heard it here first. Well, Cess, thank you so much for coming up here and doing this video. It's been your boy. Listen, we gotta do another one. Let's do another one. All right, it's been your boy. Video tutorials and reviews. Like, you know my slogan.
Yes.